when "I can't breathe" becomes the last words. He said he couldn't breathe. He was restrained. He pleaded, but his voice was ignored until he was gone. This is the story of Manuel "Manny" Ellis, a 33-year-old black man from Tacoma, Washington. On the night of March 3, 2020, Manny left church after playing drums. He walked toward a convenience store to get a snack. Earlier that evening, he had called his mother and siblings. He spoke about his life, his struggles, his hopes. As he walked home from the store, he was stopped by Tacoma police officers Christopher Burbank and Matthew Collins. According to prosecutors, those officers told others that Manny had behaved erratically, that he was acting aggressively, that he had hit a patrol car. But witness statements and video evidence painted a different picture. Officers approached Manny. He was told to stop. Video and reports show him being punched, pushed, pulled down to the ground. He was restrained, his arms pinned, officers applying pressure with their weight, knees pressing, hands on his back. One officer used a lateral vascular neck restraint, a chokehold on Manny, pulling from behind. He was held face down, handcuffed. A spit hood was placed over his head while he was in this prone position. Manny repeatedly said, "I can't breathe, sir. I can't breathe, sir. I can't breathe." Washington Assistant Attorney General Kent Liu in court told jurors those were his last words. According to prosecutors, at least one officer responded, "Shut the fuck up, man." Over several minutes, the restraint continued. The officers did not remove the spit hood nor ease the pressure. The minutes passed. Manny's breathing failed. Paramedics were called, but on the scene he was pronounced dead. The Pierce County Medical Examiner later ruled his death a homicide, caused by hypoxia due to physical restraint, with contributing factors listed as methamphetamine intoxication and a dilated heart. However, prosecutors noted later that those contributing factors were unlikely to be the primary cause, and that restraint was the main cause of death. Immediately after Manny's death, the Tacoma Police Department placed Burbank, Collins, Rankin, and others on administrative leave. Initial narratives from law enforcement claimed Manny had attacked the police car or officers, but civilian eyewitnesses contradicted that, saying Manny never struck a police officer. Several witnesses under oath testified they saw officers initiating force, that Manny was subdued, and that he was not resisting. In May 2021, the Washington State Attorney General charged two officers, Christopher Burbank and Matthew Collins, with second-degree murder, and another officer, Timothy Rankin, with first-degree manslaughter. The charges asserted that the officers unlawfully used deadly force while committing an assault or unlawful imprisonment. The trial began in September 2023. Over several weeks, both sides presented evidence, forensic experts, eyewitness testimony, medical analyses. A forensic pathologist testified that Manny likely would have survived had the restraint been removed earlier, citing indicators like acidosis and oxygen deprivation. Defense attorneys countered that the methamphetamine overdose or existing heart condition caused his death, not the police actions. In December 2023, after deliberation, the jury found all three officers, Burbank, Collins, and Rankin, not guilty on all counts. The verdict was met with shock and heartbreak from community members and Manny's family. Some saw it as confirmation that the justice system fails victims of police violence. In early 2024, reports emerged that each of the acquitted officers was paid $500,000 by the Tacoma Police Department as part of resignation agreements. They resigned in good standing. One former officer, Christopher Burbank, was later hired by the Thurston County Sheriff's Office after his acquittal. Meanwhile, Manny Ellis's family pursued civil suits. In 2022, Pierce County settled a wrongful death claim for $4 million. More recently, the city of Tacoma agreed to pay the family $6 million in another settlement. Between county and city, The total settlements have summed to $10 million. Manny Ellis's death occurred nearly 3 months before George Floyd's murder in May 2020, a case that ignited global protest. His story became part of the national reckoning on race, policing, and the value of black lives. He died handcuffed, restrained, pleading for air. He died unable to defend himself. He died while in custody. The medals, the settlements, the courtroom verdicts, they cannot bring him back, but they force a question whose answer still matters. When a man says, "I can't breathe," and is ignored by those sworn to protect, what kind of justice is served? Manny Ellis, father, brother, son, killed in Tacoma, Washington on March 3, 2020. His last words echo, and his story demands we listen and get our justice system right. To you, when a man says, "I can't breathe," do you turn a blind eye at home or in society? I leave you to ponder on that.